I'm Wen, and here with me today we have Vijay.
Hi, Wen.
Vijay.
Hi, Wen.
So today we are going to be talking about fuel subsidies. Is it a real hype or real help? So I don't know if you remember, back then when the government would actually announce saying, there's going to be a price hike in fuel prices, and everyone just started going to the petrol station overnight, just pump the petrols. I think we have gone past that era, right?
Oh, yeah. Definitely, we have gone past that era. I still remember back in Malacca when I was staying with my grandma, and there was just a long queue of cars right in front of her house, in which I was, pretty shocked at that point of time. Yeah.
Yeah, I think with the new Malaysia scheme, like right now, RM1.99, which everyone is literally talking about.
Yes.
So right now it's like, Malaysians actually paying RM1.99 a liter, instead of what we were paying, 205?
205, yeah.
205,
Yeah.
and right now, without the subsidization, it's going to be 260.
260, yes.
260,
That's
and yeah.
that's right.
So I realized that everyone's been talking about, have you actually tried it out yet? And yeah.
Oh yeah, I tried it yesterday. I was
interesting.
using this touch and go to pay for my petrol, but I found that it's a little bit cumbersome, in which I need to input the amount of fuel that I want to pump, like 40 ringgit, something like that.
Okay.
Then it will generate a QR code, in which I need to walk over to the counter and pay.
Okay.
So I was expecting that, maybe I can just scan my phone or something like that, or there's a scanner at the petrol terminal. So yeah.
Yeah, so that is touch and go. I think the other method is by using our My Card, right?
Oh yes, I've heard about it.
Yeah, I've not experienced it yet, but I will try it out someday. But I've been seeing a lot of people saying, you need to put in your card, select the amount and put in your card and whatnot. So there's been voices of people saying, it's convenient. Some say it's actually not that bad.
It's like you need to put in your debit card or credit card into the terminal and then put in your IC again. So I think that's the cumbersome part that most of the people are complaining about.
Yeah. So as we were saying, there is a 300 liter cap for this RM1.99,
That's right.
And after that, it jumps to 260.
Yes.
So
that's true.
I don't know, subsidies. I mean, why are we doing this right now? What do you think?
For all these years, actually our government has been subsidizing the petrol fee, in which they cap it at 2 ringgit and 5 cents for RM1.95.
For a while, yeah.
So it is a blanket subsidy in which it is applicable across the board. So it doesn't matter if you are a foreigner or visitors coming from our neighboring countries. So Singaporeans are sort of abusing our subsidy.
Yeah.
So I think the Madani government is taking a proactive approach in coming up with a targeted subsidy scheme, which is known as RM1.99, in which this scheme can generate a lot of savings from our petrol subsidy, which can be channeled to other more targeted initiatives like STR or even SARA.
Okay, interesting. So I think this is also the government's answer to a very real problem, which is, our subsidy leakages, like you said, and also helping Malaysians manage rising fuel issues and costs, whatnot. But the truth is, subsidizations, subsidies, are never a one-size-fits-all thing.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah. So I think we can see that the government actually pivoted. The government actually scraped the idea of targeting subsidies by income, which we can say it's a bit messy, expensive, and
it is messy when you classify each group like B40, M40, even T20. So it is a little bit messy, and on paper they might look rich, but in reality they are not. They have a lot of commitments, rent,
those are those
housing,
hidden
loan,
rich, living
yeah.
off assets, and on paper they may look like they live on rental properties, stock dividends, family wealth. So technically, if you're just a normal average salaried worker, they would report everything and every cent.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
it would be unfair in a way. And yeah, so speaking about the cap, okay, I'm very interested about the cap, about 300 liters. I don't know. Do we think it's sufficient?
I think for most Malaysians, 300 liter is more than enough. So I was watching a TikTok video, an explanation by this car channel. Can't remember his name, by the way.
Okay,
But he
okay.
gave a few scenarios in which he did a calculation. So an average Malaysian would drive roughly 20,000 kilometer in 1 year. So that is equivalent to 1,666 km per month. And if we translate it into a daily basis, it is about 55 km in 1 day. So let's take our most common car on the road, Myvi.
Maybe, yeah.
Right?
Oh, the Malaysian classic car.
Yeah, Malaysian
Okay.
king. Okay, so Myvi can hit about 13.5 kilometer per liter. So yeah, if we are to fill up 300 liters in a month, it can actually goes up to 4,000 kilometer per month. Well, which means I can drive my Myvi for 4,000 kilometer per month.
Per month.
Which I don't think
I
an
don't-
average Malaysian
yeah, I
can
don't
hit
think-
that lah.
yeah, definitely.
So 1 year it is about 48,600 kilometers, and on average, on a daily basis, it is 135 kilometer for 1 day. So which means to say, if I'm staying in Malacca and I travel to KL, it is about 135 km, something like that. So I can do it on a daily basis in a month.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, that gives us a very big picture. And I think the government, the Mendani government, actually has findings to back this up.
Yes,
saying that,
that's right.
From DOSM, Department of Statistics Malaysia, they actually mentioned that 99% of private vehicle owners in the country actually use less than 300 liters of raw 95 a month.
Yes,
So
yes,
I
that's
think to say we are pretty safe, yeah.
Yeah,
Unless you
yeah.
are someone who needs to travel far for work or whatnot. On a daily basis, but even as you said, daily basis, traveling here and there, I think we are still pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, we are pretty good. Of course, there
Yeah.
are concerns, for those, Grab drivers or even,
But-
Food Panda riders.
But
and things
for
like
Grab
that.
drivers, like e-hailing drivers and whatnot, I think they are actually exempted.
They are
from
exempted.
that.
They are exempted. It's just that, if I'm not mistaken, the government is coming up with a mechanism as to, how to apply for
Yeah.
more than 300 liters.
You mean like for the exemption?
Yeah, for the exemption.
I think it's good. Like, in a way, I can see that the government is totally, actually putting effort into fine tuning as well and actually accommodating all sorts of voices and concerns from, the grassroots people. So, yeah. And speaking of which, I think while petrol actually remains artificially cheap, the government is also doubling down on EV initiatives. Like, I don't know, like tax breaks, duty exemptions, more charging stations. So I think slowly but surely they are preparing Malaysians for that direction as well.
Yeah, for
I don't know
that.
what you think.
That is certainly the case. When you look at the market, our current car market is flooded with EV vehicles,
Yeah,
right?
true.
Particularly from those from China and things like that.
Yeah.
And they are being sold at a fairly competitive price, I would say. It's about as low as 100K, something like that.
Yeah, around there, I
Yeah.
think. Depends on what make as well.
Yeah.
But yeah. I guess in the short run, small cars definitely win. And gas guzzlers, you have to pay more because, higher usage families, often the richer ones may have to pay a little bit more naturally. And, in a way, EVs get a boost. And yeah, I can see that, Malaysia is moving from blanket subsidies to a system that rewards efficiency, like no longer about consumption. So I think that's a good direction, right? We're going.
Yeah. I mean, just for this sharing basis.
Yeah.
Actually, this International Monetary Fund (IMF) they came up with a pretty interesting data, which I came across yesterday. So apparently, petrol subsidies in Malaysia is accounted at around 32.9% of the entire government budget in 2023. That's quite a lot.
That's quite a lot, yeah.
If you
That's
compare
quite a
it
lot.
with our global average, that's about 8.1%. So, I mean, to keep RON95 at a subsidized price at RM2.05, the government actually spent around 19.8 billion ringgit in
Wow, that's a
2023.
lot.
Yes, and then followed by 18.4 billion in last year. So that's a lot actually.
Yeah, I think we can see that with this new scheme, it definitely helps the government to, cut up those unused, or rather, those rather they would use those monetary funds for like better use, like you said,
Yes.
SDR,
Yeah,
SARA,
SDR, SARA, or even
etc.
improve our
Yeah.
hospital infrastructure and things like that.
Yeah. I think the Budi 95 scheme is definitely in the spotlights right now, right? So everyone cannot stop talking about it. And I've been seeing on my socials, like people have been just like posting receipts, mainly receipts about like, I've actually gone to a petrol station already and this is what I get. So one very interesting thing I wanted to share was that I recently saw a friend who posted a post on, I can't remember, Facebook, Instagram, somewhere around there. And she said that she went to the petrol station and she said, I want to pump 40 ringgit.
Okay.
Okay, and she's going to pay through Touch and Go or something like that. And the cashier was like, okay, yeah, 52. Then she's like, no, I only have 48 ringgit in my Touch and Go e-wallet. So I just want 40 ringgit. And then the cashier was like, no, yeah, but 52. And after that, she's realized, if you just give the amount of, like, let's say 40 ringgit, you may get a 52 ringgit worth of petrol, something like that.
Yeah, perhaps. Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's quite a cut, I mean, for people, it's the real impact is there at least. Yeah. And again, I think, I don't know, maybe for the government, whether or not the Budi 95 scheme can help the government achieve savings, it also
I think
depends
it will, yeah.
on how the enforcement agencies
I
do
think
that.
it will if we refer back to a statement made by MOF recently. They actually target a quite a significant amount of savings, which is around 2.5 billion ringgit to 4 billion ringgit.
Oh yeah, I think
By
I saw that
implementing
somewhere too.
this
That's quite a
targeted
lot, yeah.
subsidy. Yeah.
quite a
So
lot.
yeah, that's actually quite a big sum.
Yeah. And I don't know, like speaking of which, possible leakages, I think there would be like a fairly long list of it.
Yes, there
But I think safe to say we will only be able to know when the Budi 95 is rolled out for a while, and we get feedbacks here and there. But I think those leakages can be plugged with consistency monitoring.
Yes,
Right.
that's true.
So I think we're on the right track.
We are on the right track. Yeah. I mean, one of the concerns that I can think of is, in order to circumvent this 300 liter quota, and there might be some citizens that register themselves as Grab driver, which in reality they are not, doing
I think
that
there's a lot
job,
of
right?
speculations. Yeah, there's a lot. Definitely, there's a lot of
I
speculation.
think that's
going
one of the
around there.
loopholes that the government need to really look into.
Yeah. Which I think they are, right? Are they?
I think they are.
They are,
Yes.
yeah. And also, I think another thing is, I've heard people saying, so I have my cat, and the scenario goes by if, okay, let's say, per se, I have a family of 5, and so everyone is qualified for, like, let's say 300 liters. But what if they are not really like a private car owner? So let's say they might only need 1,000 liters out of the 1,005 liters that they have, like the quota for them. So what if it happens that they decide to I don't know, like make use of that.
Make use of their my card, right?
Yeah, and actually, help foreigners get a better rate.
Yeah.
And I think those are also like speculated, right?
Those are speculations, basically.
Yeah, but I think fairly, the Madani government is ready to fine tune the scheme, and they are doing it. So yeah. That is
Yeah.
the way, I guess.
I think it's a good approach. It's a good start, in fact, for Madani government in preparing us for the future.
Yes.
I'm sure there are still a lot of fine tuning that need to be done, and there's also an argument by a think tank, Ideas.
Okay.
Right. So they're speculating that the subsidized price of RM1.99 may not maintain
May not
forever.
maintain?
Yeah, because as you know that petrol price is
It fluctuates, yes.
yeah, it fluctuates,
Yeah.
and it's based on the global market, right?
Correct,
So,
correct.
what if our current global markets goes up, and
But I think-
can the government really cope with RM1.99?
Yeah, I get it. I think right now, notably, it is worth noting that Malaysia is currently the lowest, that has the lowest price. Regardless
Yes.
of the global crude oil and whatever not, we are the lowest around the region.
It's one of the lowest. Yeah.
Yes.
Brunei is the lowest. Yeah.
Okay,
I
so-
mean, we are like second place or something like that. I can't really
I
remember.
think I've read it on the Age or somewhere. Yeah, and it's quite interesting because it means that even with, especially more with the subsidizations, like we are literally paying RM1.99, and we are
Yes,
still
that's
at the
right.
lowest.
That's right.
So yeah.
Even RM2.60 is considered one of the lowest.
Correct. 260. Even if you are paying the non-subsidized price of 260, we are still like cheapest. So I think our government is doing a pretty good job there.
Yes. I mean, it goes without saying that our government is looking after the people, the rakyat. Yeah.
I think for sure the critics of the scheme will definitely, everyone will still have so much to say within this couple of months.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, that goes around any new scheme that the government rolls out, right? So the Budi 95 scheme is, as we spoke about quite a lot earlier, I just wanted to check in and see. So I've been hearing, like, I think I've read in the papers about how, Singaporeans,
Yeah.
not the Singaporeans, but the Malaysians
Malaysians
working in
okay.
Singapore.
All right.
So technically, they are not Singaporeans; they're Malaysians, right? But the thing is, they work in Singapore, and they do not get to enjoy the privilege of getting like subsidized petrol rate or whatever not there. And I've been hearing that they might also not get it here.
Oh, is that the case?
Yeah, that's what I remember reading it somewhere. I may be wrong, but anyway, I also see that there was something coming out from our JPJ regarding saying that actually they are also considering of like expanding that, saying that Malaysians who work in Singapore, as long as you are driving a Malaysian vehicle, you are actually eligible for it. I think that is pretty good because I think for Malaysians working in Singapore, going back and forth and whatnot, to be in their shoes, I think it's pretty sad if I work in Singapore, but I'm technically a Malaysian. Yet I do not get to enjoy the privilege of like both sides. Then I have to pay an fairly high amount just to travel back and forth. So I think with the government expanding their concerns into this group of people as well, then it's worth noting. I think that's why I'm just like talking about it.
Yeah, in my opinion, these coming months, or even maybe half a year period, or even 1 year period, it's going to be a very critical period for the government as to listen to the concerns raised by the rakyat and addressing these issues, which I believe they will do so.
Yeah, definitely. I think they are also considering to expand this to small boat operators in Sabah and Sarawak.
Yeah, I've heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think there's definitely gonna be like a lot of like fine tuning to do after this, but yeah, I can see that Madani government is actually putting in the effort and taking proactives, and they actually listen to grassroots, I think.
Yeah, they listen to
Yeah.
grassroots. I mean, of course, there are noises from the
Definitely.
opposite side. You
Oh,
see,
yeah.
they mentioned that 300 liter is equivalent to 300 km. No, that's nonsense.
Oh no,
That's
just
nonsense.
try going to the petrol station and see.
Yeah.
Yeah. And with that, do we have anything else
I
wanna
think we
talk
have
about
covered
today?
quite a
Yeah, I think
quite
we
a
have unpacked quite a
number
bit
of ground, you
today.
see.
Yeah. And yeah, we will still definitely stay tuned on this topic to see, you know, how this progress and whatnot.
And we
So-
keep the audience posted.
Of course, we would. Yeah, continuously we would, you know, unpack more policies that actually affect Malaysians, and yeah, I am very glad this episode turned out well.
Yeah, hey, it's our first podcast.
Oh yes. Okay, that is worth noting. This is our first podcast, and truthfully, we were a bit concerned about how it's going to turn out, but I think it's great. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
I
great.
think
yeah.
we
Of
will-
course, there were you know butterflies in the
Oh yeah.
stomach.
I think it's a great yapping session that we
Yeah,
had.
it is great.
Yeah,
I mean, it is great, and I just got a good feeling about this where we get to
where
share
we're
with the
headed,
audience.
and where we're headed as well. So yes, I guess
That's it. Then.
that's it.
That's
we were
Yeah.
we were gonna come up with a very fun outro, but
Yeah.
okay,
We
let's
tried
just
to
keep it.
chat GPT it, you see?
Yes, we did. We actually did, and it goes like so.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. You know, hit the subscribe, like, share. You know, very typical. So we'd rather just end it in our own way and say, yeah, thank you for unpacking this with us, and we will see you next time.
See you. Bye.